Deck the halls with lots of gift bags, fa la 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 la. With my name on all the name tags, fa la 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 la. Hey, I'm Lawson, and I know the most important thing on your mind this Christmas season. How can I give Lawson a super amazing gift? Well, for starters, you can send packages to this address right here.
Whoa, no. You can't do that, Lawson.
Okay, you're right, sorry. Well, you can just send me cash to my Venmo instead. Anyways, in the meantime, I've got an awesome story for you today. See, my cousin knows this kid Grayson, and Grayson is totally ready for Christmas. He's got his favorite Christmas shirt, his favorite Christmas music, and most importantly, his Christmas wish list. There's exactly one thing on Grayson's list. The Class 5 Creator Cam! The cam can take video, edit, and do special effects. Grayson's been begging his parents for the Creator Cam for months. Please, 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 please! Since the summer. Please, 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 please. Now, Grayson spends every spare minute reminding his parents what he wants. At meals, at work, and in between. The Creator Cam is the only thing Grayson can think of, even at school. 9/7 divided by 3/12 equals 1 Creator Cam! Grayson checks every day to see if there's a box under the tree with his name. He grumbles, "There's nothing here yet!" His mom says, "Well, you could do something about that." And Grayson exclaims, "Me?" And then he finally gets it. He's been so wrapped up in getting, he totally missed giving. Grayson hops to it and puts his creative energy to work. He whips up a super awesome photo collage for his mom, and he makes a special certificate for his dad, promising to spend an hour doing yard work every Saturday without complaining. And he creates a coupon booklet for his little sister to spend time building Legos with her. Grayson even finds boxes and wraps the gifts up himself with a little extra flourish. And as Grayson checks out his work, he realizes that for the moment, he's even more excited about giving these amazing gifts than getting a Creator Cam! And he does his best Christmas dance moves to celebrate. So kids, never overdo the wish list reminders, but do remember that Christmas is all about celebrating Jesus, God's greatest gift. You know what? Just forget the Venmo thing. Knowing that I added a little joy to your Christmas is already a pretty awesome gift. Although I wouldn't say no to an Amazon gift card, like $50,
Lawson.
$80, $100. Okay, all right. Sorry. Anyways, Merry Christmas to you all. I will see you guys next time. Bye!
He Welcome to Story Lab!
This week, we're celebrating Christmas.
Oh, and we're also doing this. Hey, I'm Amaya.
And I'm Zeke,
And we're talking about Christmas.
which is celebrating Jesus, God's greatest gift.
What do you love the most about getting ready for Christmas?
Oh, everything. The lights, decorations, ooh, Christmas specials.
And that's what Christmas is all about, Charlie Brown.
Don't forget setting up the nativity.
Nativity.
You know, all the figures from the Christmas story.
Oh, yeah. We still put up the plastic manger scene from when I was a kid. Plus, we bake all sorts of cookies. Oh, I love Christmas cookies.
Good, because we're going to do it all by building a gingerbread nativity.
Oh, do we have to bake?
Nope, but we do have to architect. Here we have all of our characters. We have Mary, we have Joseph, we have baby Jesus, and 1, 2, 3 wise men.
What about the shepherds?
The kid didn't have any shepherd.
Oh, I'm turning this guy into a shepherd.
The kid also didn't have any barns or stable or a shed. So we're gonna be using,
Graham crackers.
yeah, I mean, this is where our architectural skills really come in. Have you ever made a gingerbread house before?
Yeah, but the icing never holds right. The pieces always slide or fall down.
Not today, because today we're using sugar glue.
I'm not seeing glue.
Well, that's because we have to apply superheat until it melts like lava.
Oh, that's cool. Let's make it.
Remember, do not do this alone.
Grab an adult to help.
All right, first step, pour the sugar into a bottom-heavy saucepan. Thank you. All right, that should be enough to start. Step 2, place the sugar on a burner on medium-high heat.
Definitely grab a grown-up for this part.
Step 3, swirl the sugar and stir as it starts to melt. Thank you. Oh, here it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have glue.
Woo, it's actually caramelized.
Sugar, or sucrose, is a single molecule. When heat is applied, it kicks off a series of chemical reactions. These can form up to 1,000 different compounds that make up caramel. It's so complicated, scientists aren't even sure how it works yet.
Step 5, keep your sugar glue warm while you build. Yay! I think Frank Lloyd Wright will be proud.
Who? Oh, the famous architect. Although I don't think Frank Lloyd Wright worked in gingerbread and sugar glue. Tasty though. Do we get to decorate?
Yes, right now. And well, that turned out kind of, I mean, you can tell what it is, right?
Away in a manger, one cookie for a bed.
All right, it's time for
The story before the story.
Today, we're in the 3rd book of the New Testament, Luke. But before Luke, in the very beginning, out of love, God made an amazing world. But when people turned away from God, the world was broken.
God made a plan to bless the whole world through the Israelites, but over and over, God's people would run to God and then pull away, just like a yo-yo.
Then, foreign nations invaded and captured the Israelites. They must have wondered if God still loved them and if He had a plan for them. God spoke through prophets about the great rescuer God would send.
And at last, after hundreds of years, God sent an angel to tell a girl named Mary she would have a very special baby.
which is where our story starts.
Take it away.
Hey, everybody.
Hey,
Hey, Brian.
Okay, the stage was set. After so many long years, God's amazing rescue plan was underway. And God actually used a foreign king to help carry out that plan. The Jewish people lived under Roman rule, and the Roman leader Caesar Augustus needed money for his fine palaces and large army.
I command a census of every single person in my entire empire.
That meant that every person had to be counted and placed on a list to pay expensive taxes to Rome. And news of this census traveled all the way from Rome to the tiny town of Nazareth in Judea, on the very edge of the Roman Empire.
Hear ye! Hear ye! Every person must go immediately to their own hometown to be listed.
A carpenter named Joseph and the girl he was engaged to marry, named Mary, heard the decree.
I guess I'll be making a road trip to Bethlehem.
I guess we'll be making a road trip to Bethlehem.
Both Joseph and Mary had been born into the family line of King David, so they would have to make the week-long journey to Bethlehem, the town of David, in order to be counted. Now, this was more than a little inconvenient, as Mary was nearly ready to have a baby whose birth had been announced by an angel.
You will become pregnant and give birth to a son. You must call him Jesus. He will be great and will be called the Son of the Most High God.
The trip from Nazareth to Bethlehem was about 70 miles, which is just a couple hours by car, but a whole week of travel on foot or by donkey. The journey was long and dusty. Camping out on the rough ground could not have been very comfortable for Mary. At last, Mary and Joseph saw the town of Bethlehem. They must have been ready for a hot bath and a quiet place to stay after that long journey. But the little town of Bethlehem was not so still and silent. Lots of other people had come to be counted as well. They filled every inn and guest room in town.
There has got to be room for us somewhere. Have we checked with all of your relatives?
Even my great Aunt Hulda and my third cousins, twice removed.
Finally, the very last home that Mary and Joseph tried had a room. Sort of. They were offered a place to stay with the animals.
I don't know about this.
It's dry, it's warm, and this baby really, really, really needs a place to be born.
So Mary and Joseph settled into their most unusual guest room, and there with the cows, moo, and sheep, meh, and chickens, pop, Mary's brand new baby boy was born.
It's just like the angel told you. And his name?
The angel said we must call him Jesus.
Mary wrapped her baby tightly in long strips of cloth to keep him warm and cozy. There was no crib or cradle, so she placed him in a manger. The king of the entire world slept peacefully in the animal's feeding trough as Mary and Joseph looked on, and outside, the nighttime sky blazed with stars. God's very own son, the best gift ever, came into the world in the most unexpected way. And the birth announcement, well, I'm just going to save that for later.
Most amazing birth story ever.
You know, nobody understood it then, but this tiny baby was going to grow up to teach and heal and show people what God was like. And then Jesus would choose to lay down his life and the whole world to defeat death itself.
That is some Christmas gift.
Not exactly something you just find on an Amazon wish list.
So, what's our part in the story?
Well, our world gets wrapped up in hoping for so many different things, you know? We want everything from world peace down to a shiny new skateboard, and that's great. But in the middle of it all, be sure to remember the most important gift.
Right. So find a quiet moment to thank God for the gift of Jesus and ask God to help you walk with Jesus every moment of the coming year.
Yeah, because knowing Jesus is an amazing gift that you can open every single day.
I think you've got it. So,
Merry Christmas! Ho, 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 ho!
see you next time.
Merry Christmas. Bye,
Bye, Brian.
So here's the thing. Jesus is the greatest gift.
I think we need some sheep at the manger. Big, fluffy ones.
Thanks for joining us in the Story Lab. Merry Christmas.
mountaintop. I will go and tell it, I will go and tell it. Tell it from the mountaintop.